Good morning, my friends. It's so wonderful to be here. And again, mis amigos de Latinoamérica, de Honduras, de Guatemala, thank you so much. I always say, you know, when you have a domino effect, the United States, thanks to the support of the evangelical community, made the brave move to move the embassy to Jerusalem, to recognize a reality. But that's one piece. Without our wonderful friends from Latin America, Honduras, Guatemala next, then Honduras, the pieces of the domino don't fall. So you're responsible for that. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Muchas gracias, nuestros amigos. This year, my friends, we need your prayers more than ever. In all the history of the state of Israel and Jerusalem, we haven't had a tougher year. It's unbelievable with all the wars and the conflict. And I'll tell you why it's been a tough year. Because for the first time in our history, our brothers and sisters from around the world, Jews and Christians, couldn't come. Through intifadas, through conflicts, our Christian friends always came. They never abandoned us. Our Jewish families came. And this year, for the first time, people couldn't come. And that's been the hardest thing for Jerusalem, that our brothers and sisters from around the world couldn't come. We've had a devastating 8 months. Our economy is reliant on all of you coming to visit, on foreign tourism. It's 30% of our economy. As that wonderful lady from Texas said, our streets have been empty, our businesses have been falling down. And so this year, more than ever, we need your prayers. In the first wave, we had an enormous amount of solidarity, both internally and externally. I spoke to so many communities around the world, Jews, Christians, Muslim, everybody who wanted and missed Jerusalem. Also internally here, we had in Jerusalem the best of our people, Jews and Arabs in collaborations and Christians, to make sure that not one elderly person was left alone, making sure that not one person was hungry. With food packages and volunteer hours, we saw the best of our people and we saw the best of solidarity in a shared society of Jews, Christians, and Muslims. We'd never seen that. That was the silver lining that God gave us in the worst possible time. The fact that we were one, fighting a common enemy, that virus that was destroying us. And through that, we saw amazing leadership. Leadership in every place that we looked at. The leadership that we saw, that we see in this week's portion of Noah. Noah, who was a simple man, but somehow on his own, when called upon by God, he saved humanity. We see that brave leadership in the leaders of Israel, in the leaders of the UAE, where I just came back from. People who are taking a stand for peace and reconciliation. We see that leadership in our wonderful Nahoum Khoury, who is a brave man suffering for the leadership of peace and reconciliation. And I take my hat off to you. And we see that leadership in our wonderful Robert Ilitov, in my dear friend, Michelle Bachman, who I miss this year so much. And that's what God wants us to do, because being a responsible citizen is being a leader. And every single evangelical representative, Christian representative who I've met is a leader in their own right. And that's what God wants. Achrayut in Hebrew means responsibility. And it's made up of the core word is acher, which is the other. So what we're saying is being responsible for the other is God's way of making us all into leaders. And so today I pray that we always find the best in each other, that leadership for that common collective responsibility, that we're not divided. In the last month, we've seen ugly divisions in our society because of the pressure of this virus. And I pray, my prayer today for Jerusalem is that we always find the good in each other. We always focus on what unites us and not what divides us. And that God be merciful upon us to get over this virus and make us be closer and more united than ever. Thank you so much, all of you.